what, because suddenly there's a certain Leon Balogun. A lot of people will be so confused that, so that's why some of these monitorings are very important.
All right, let's come to the Globe Premier League. Let's monitor what is going on at home. Our first story around the Globe Premier League has got to do with the league management company and the deadline for registration. Dumnodi, teams that do not register by tonight, according to the LMC, are out of the new season. So the deadline given for registration for the 2013-2014 season is expiring tonight. Any feedback? The last time we tried to put the call across to LMC officials, they were not picking. Maybe they are busy with sorting out forms, collating forms, looking at the conditions, seeing who has made it, who hasn't made it. Maybe by tomorrow we'll have a clearer picture. But the deadline, according to the LMC, is supposed to expire tonight.
I hope they come up with a full list of those who have completed that deadline, so that we want to know those who have completed and those who
have met the conditions,
and those who were unable to do that, so that we know that these teams are going to be taking part in the Global Premier League. If you keep that you just probably try to you don't open up on some of these things. We don't know the clubs that met. Is it because when you say today's deadline, and you don't, maybe probably tomorrow morning by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning or by close of work before 4 to 6, and you don't tell us
who has made it, who hasn't made it.
Then maybe but for Thursday, how would you know whether some of these clubs have met the conditions or not, or they failed to meet the deadline, or so I think they should come up if they are really serious about this registration. They are serious about it. They should come up by 6 o'clock, close of work tomorrow. Oh, let's 4 civil service. 4.
Announce those
6 o'clock private sector. 6 o'clock.
I'm aware that there's a lot going on.
Oh yeah.
Club trying to beat down those conditions. Yeah. Do we give in? Do we insist? Do we bend the rules a little bit?
No, I think
I think it's too late for us to start to bend the rules.
There should be minimum standards to everything that we do. Anything below that point is unacceptable. And well, I mean, the LMC too, they've tried in their own regard. They've bent over backwards in terms of.
The reason why we've not started the league was because at some point the club said, "Look, move it forward.
Move it forward.
We still want to gain some time."
Yeah. It was always going to be difficult enforcing.
But we can't move forward anymore. We can't push it forward anymore.
If we are going to push it forward,
that means we are not.
In my own opinion, then we should probably scrap the league for 2014. If that's what's going to happen. But then again, the registration process is also particularly curious for me. Do these clubs have to take all these forms there physically, or in 2014 where there's information technology? Why can't you email everything to the secretariat?
No, whatever you submit has to be looked at by the officials.
I agree.
If it tallies. Okay, let's leave that for a while. We'll talk about it some more tomorrow when we have more information around it. Let's go to Taraba. Dumnodi, what's happening in Taraba United?
Well, they just got promoted.
One of the new teams coming to the league.
Yeah, from the Division A of the National League. They came second in their division. They are preparing. They have a new coach. Well, he's a new coach. They have a coach.
That's
the man you have seen in the picture. Former Atlanta, former Dolphin, former Plateau United. Yes.
But not from Taraba.
Not from
Taraba. So he's a new coach.
Yeah. But they have a chairman in Tijani Babangida, ex-international, former Super Eagles swinger. So it's a blend of many things are happening. And they have a couple of brilliant players. Omo Jabu, former Flying Eagles, former Golden Eaglet, former Dolphins. We have Osita Echene, former Dolphins. Kevin Njoku, former Eyimba, Fidelis Savior, moved from Taraba to Eyimba, moved back to FC Taraba. So they are building up their squad. They are trying to see if because the challenges of some of these teams is that we've seen teams get promoted and they get relegated the same season. And this is the first time we are seeing FC Taraba in the top flight. We've never had any team from Taraba in the top flight. No. So this is the first time we are doing, and they have somebody who tinkered them for like 2 years to get to the top flight. Tijani Babangida as chairman of the club. They are doing a lot. They had the man who won the CAF champion, the Federation Cup with Atlant. That was their second victory when they won the Federation Cup on the bench. So there's a lot of things happening, and they are bringing up experienced players, even though they have the bulk of their players, those who featured at the national league, those who
kept the bulk of the team together.
Yeah, the team that took them to the top flight, but they are mixing up with experienced players so that they can remain in the Premier League, because the Premier League this season is going to be pretty
all right,
difficult.
Let's cross over to Gombe United. Let's talk about Gombe United. Gombe United, a few seasons ago, played in the CAF Champions League for Nigeria, played in the top 4. Yeah. What's going on? A lot of interesting stories coming up from Gombe United. The Gombe State government sponsoring as many clubs? 26?
Especially in the Nationwide League. You have Doma FC, Yarma Light, you have there's Gombe Lions, there's the Police Machine, and I can remember the name of the other team, Flash Flamingos. In the Nationwide League, I don't know how they're able to sustain that. They say have Gombe United, their flagship team in the Premier League. So I don't know, but probably the government is trying to look at ways they can. ways
Engage
they can engage
the
the
youths
youth, because
to
if you
prevent
have
them from,
clubs you have over close to 22 clubs from the nationwide league, from the Premier League to the nationwide league, even to the amateur level, and
being
under Gombe
sponsored by the
government.
single government.
It's a big project. It's a big project. So they did unveiling, and the unveiling was very beautiful. Beautiful. A lot of the clubs they have different jerseys, home jerseys, away jersey. The one from Gombe United different from the one of Yarma Light, different from the one from Doma FC. These are the pictures from the unveiling. You can see pictures of Gombe United, former Eyimba, former Lobby, Victor Barnabas.
Former goalkeeper, Super Eagles' first choice goalkeeper Adechan.
Adechan.
Chigozie Agbim has joined. Maurice Coman is the coach.
Yes, yeah.
And last season they finished in the top 6.
They finished it, I think it's the 6th or 7th position. So they
They also
even though
have
they started well in last season.
beautiful stadium as well. The Pantani Stadium as well.
Pantani Stadium is also beautiful.
Beautiful, and of course we are seeing some of the pictures from the other.
That's what Gombe United will look like next season.
The away jersey, and of course we are seeing the other cups coming out, similar to what Gombe United were.
You know, I'd really like to
Doma
listen
FC.
to the Commissioner of Sports for Gombe State and tell us the reason why they are sponsoring as many
A whole
as
lot of clubs there.
22, 26 clubs. There must definitely be something that they want to achieve. Sponsoring a single club in Nigeria
It's
nobody
difficult.
You know.
I
It's
know.
exceedingly, even an amateur club, many of them are folded up. But when you have one principal sponsoring clubs in every single division of Nigeria,
From the
football,
lowest to the
from
highest.
lowest to the high,
It could be-
do they have
it could be
women's-
challenging.
Do they have a
It
women's
could be
team as well?
challenging.
No, they have a basketball club, Gombe Bulls.
And-
And they are also in the DSV Premier Basketball
the
League.
Premier League under the Gombe State government. So
Maybe that's the plan to get sports back to life.
I'd really like to
in
see
Gombe.
the Commissioner of Sports in Gombe State, and maybe you can shed more light on why they're doing this, because it's not common to see someone do something
This
like
much.
this. Yeah.
All right, maybe later on, maybe some other days, we'll listen to what he has to say. But this time, we need to go on a break because we still have our guests waiting to join us on Sports Tonight. This time, we want to take you to tennis, and it's a battle of legends. Pete Sampras on one side, Andre Agassi on the other side. And these two came together, played a fascinating game of tennis to mark